Welcome back to Build Your Legacy, otherwise known as BYL. Today I have head coach here, Justin Strickland. Obviously been in the league with him for a couple years now. Know he's a really competitive user, solid coach, knows how to run an organization and a program. So looking forward to seeing him and how he coaches a Division I team in college football. But with that being said, speaking of college football, as you kind of take the reins over a head coaching gig at the Division I level, what are some things that you feel like sets you apart from other coaches?
I think my commitment to the build. I think a lot of coaches are, I've watched a lot of interviews and things. I think a lot of coaches are looking to jump ship, which no knock on them. I understand that's part of the game, right? That's part of the journey. But like for me, I'm committed to building a program into what I want it to be. And so I think that's kind of what sets me apart. And so understanding like recruiting based on my scheme, recruiting for the longevity, those kind of things I think separate kind of what I want to do as far as in this franchise. And I think that will give me an opportunity, kind of a leg up, where because when you jump ship and you changing and you moving, you keep having to kind of restart.
Sure.
But by laying a foundation and building a program, I'm able to kind of have my handprint on it. And so I think that's going to give me a little bit of a separation.
No, definitely. I think you're the first person that's kind of really zoned in on recruiting for the future. I think obviously everybody, including myself, I want to get to a top program. But I mean, like you said, you're more concerned about the now, the present, rather than where you're going to be in 2-3 seasons. So I really respect that. With that being said, do you intend on staying at whatever school you're at immediately, for a long term, or if as soon as you get a call from, a big time school, are you going to jump ship? I know it's hard to say because you're not in that situation yet, but is your full intentions to stay and build a team from the ground up?
Man, we home, baby. Wherever we lay the foundation, man, I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm not going nowhere, man. I'm trying to build a program to where you forget that it was a 2-star program. You think I for some reason I was thinking like basketball, like South Carolina girls. People forget they were it was a terrible team. But now that Don Staley been there 15, 20 years, it's like, nah, this is where you want to go. This is where all the 5 stars want to be. And so I want to kind of have that same kind of imprint on an organization. It's taking them from, the bottom of the barrel and making them a top echelon program.
Yeah, you kind of want to make them cream of the crop. I respect that for sure. I think there's going to be a few guys who do that. Like I said, I'm one of the guys who I want to go to a Clemson, a team like that is my favorite team.
That's the squad,
but I also respect, once you build something at a lower level and now that team is an upper level team and you've kind of have success there, what's the point of leaving when, that is where people want to be. So I get that as well. What is some of your short-term and long-term goals though, as a coach, as you embark on your coaching career?
So short term is like first season. I want to get a Appalachian State Michigan win. Like I want to go on the road. I want to pop a big time program. I want to find. I want to make sure I have that opportunity first season. So I want to make a statement very first season. For the short term. For the long term, it's about scheme. So I really, really, really want to recruit based on my scheme. And so I don't know what that's going to be yet. I really think I'm gonna run the wishbone. Like I really think I got a lot of like NCAA 14. My cousin was at Air Force, and I used to pop people all the time with Air Force, running wishbone and flexbone. And I don't know how it's gonna be on this one, but I know that'll make my soul happy if I'm able to win a national championship running flexbone. And so really just trying to figure out my scheme and long-term recruit for that scheme. So bring in players that fit that and develop guys. And so I really think because I want to stay at a program long-term, I think that I need to make sure I'm focusing on bringing guys in who want to be there and who I don't have to worry about leaving via the transfer portal. And so getting guys who I meet, when my school meets their needs or whatever, so that I can keep them long term from freshman to junior or senior year.
Yeah, no, for sure. And obviously, so you brought up wanting to call home wherever you first land.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away, is there a region you're looking at? Is there a certain team? A certain
I
conference?
got a few teams. Yeah, I got a few teams, bro. I think Kennesaw State would be dope. Them being the newest Division I program. All of the service academies I think would be cool. Just for the simple fact, because if I did a service academy, I think I would add like kind of added challenge and do it how they do it, where they can't get transfers.
Yeah.
And so I would only recruit freshmen, and I think that would be super fun. Anybody in the Sun Belt, like Arkansas State with the waterfalls, that's fire. Scoring touchdowns and waterfalls going on is incredible. That's kind of where I'm at. I think Vandy and SEC might be fun. Just because you are like I talk about getting that home, that road win early first season. I don't even got to schedule it. You know what I'm saying? If you go get Vandy, I got to go to Georgia. I got to go to Texas. So that Vandy kind of looks like that. But man, it's 150 teams in this joint. Like for me, I'm a KU fan. I don't think KU is going to be available from jump because I think they'll probably be upper echelon of the Big 12. Mm-hmm. And so since I'm not getting KU right away, I don't really care where I land. It's gonna be fun for me regardless. I'm super excited for the game to come out because like I said, it's 150 teams. So it's like, bro, I would have played with anybody and just build it and have a great time doing it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously we talk about building your legacy. Kind of round out your first coach's interview. What do you want your legacy to be as a head coach in the online dynasty?
Yeah, I just want to be the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me, like. We played in leagues together for sure. I got 2 playoff games to play tonight. Like my goal is always to win at the highest level, at the most frequent level. And so I want to end the franchise with the most Heisman winners, with the most national championships, with the most NFL players produced. Like I want to end it where everybody's like, hey man, Ball State sucked, but man, we can't beat them dudes, man. Like I want it to be where I think you had talked about it in one of your earlier videos where you like, hey, Strick was cheating. He got fired from Ball State. They done won 4 straight. He got to go somewhere else. Like that's the kind of run I want to go on in BYL. And I'm super excited about it. Like all the stuff leading up to it is making me even more excited for this franchise. And I really can't wait till we get started.
It's going to be fun, man. We appreciate you coming on, talking about what you're going to be doing as a coach. Obviously, we have Selection Sunday coming in about 3 weeks. So we'll talk about what team you land with. But we appreciate you, man. We look forward to seeing you then.
Man, y'all better, start telling y'all boosters. Y'all try. Y'all just can't beat them. All right? You know what I'm saying? Get it ready.
All right, my brother.